Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's October 20th, 2016. The Truthseeker Network Revolution campaign is almost 48 hours old. I want to give you an update. I want to give you the good and the bad. My girlfriend really lectured me last night. I want to share with you what she said. She wants me to completely quit and retire from what I'm doing because of what this charity has shown her, and we'll get to that. But let's start with the good. And just so you know, I'm not going to retire, but I'm hoping you can help me out so that, my girlfriend can see that there is hope. Because right now she thinks there's no hope. So, anyway, this is the good. The good is we've raised $1,000. I was hoping by this point we'd be at around $5,000. I said I would get on a plane ASAP to Washington, D.C. if that happened, because I knew we'd be on the path. So it doesn't look like we're going to hit that mark, but, that's not the end of the world. There's still plenty of time to get this done. So we're over $1,000. Thank you to everyone who's contributed. So far it says there's been 45 people. Thank you to all of you. I greatly appreciate it. You're investing in the change. The other good news is Jeff Young, he got inspired by this, and he said to me as soon as he gets back from his trip to California, he's a musician, he's doing a little show out there. He'll be back soon. He says as soon as he gets back, he's willing to go to Washington, D.C. ASAP, stay with me for as long as I'm out there. He says he'll be my video camera guy. He says he'll bring the music to the street. He's a musician, former guitarist for Megadeth. And he says, he'll just be my companion. He'll be the first person there by my side as we build the Truth Seeker Army. And he also has a friend that lives 2 hours from Washington, D.C., which is a little bit distant. But that friend has said we can stay there for free for as long as we want. So that can cut down on a lot of bills. We can get this project done for cheaper than we hope. So Jeff Young, he's down for the cause. Jeff Young's Music Without Boundaries. His radio show every Monday night. Great program. I'm an often guest on there. I'll link his show down in the description if you've never listened. So anyway, that's the good news. Now here's the bad news. The bad news is, for 3 years, my girlfriend, who we have a very good relationship, we live together, she has never been a tremendous fan of me doing this work. Because she comes from a country where you can't speak against your government, bad things will happen to you. So, just like so many other places, this is a cultural narrative understood worldwide. And the other thing is she just sees how the people around me, for the most part, it makes them upset, it causes needless fights. So, she's a typical person. She's focused on being happy, enjoying life, avoiding problems. She sees what I'm doing as not part of this game plan for her. But at the same time, we have a good relationship. We make each other happy. So you know how things are. It's good and bad in all relationships. You can't always be on the same page on everything. I think she also understands that what I am doing is important. And I think she knows it's courageous. But she just worries. She worries that something really bad's going to happen. She's seen in the time how I've gotten these strange letters in the mail, threatening letters. She's seen how the home's been burglarized and having my home trashed. And she also sees how I've been putting in all this time, which a lot of times is time I could be spending more with her, going out and doing something, just enjoying more time together. Because I do put in a lot of time to this. I've been doing this for 3 years, almost every single day. I honestly think the only 2 days that I have not worked at all on this project were the 2 days where I was out of commission because my home had been burglarized, everything had been stolen, stuff had been broken. I was cleaning up and trying to put the pieces of life back together. That was a really rough 48 hours for me. And it hasn't never been positive ever since. Nothing good has come out of it. Had to change my game plan that day. Fortunately for me, I've always been quick on my feet. But anyway, my girlfriend, she's seen all this negativity come into my life. From friends and family abandoning me, losing everything, the burglary, the threats. And now she sees this. She says, look at this, Zach. You have 30,000 subscribers. They heard your video, they heard what you said, they heard the goal, and how did they respond? Last night when she was lecturing me, it wasn't even quite to $1,000 yet. I think there were 39 subscribers, truth be told, at the time she was lecturing me. And I couldn't argue back because what she was saying was true. She was saying if people out there really cared about you, really cared about this work, wanting to make this happen, they would have already donated. She looked at the video. She said, look, you've had thousands of people view it. You have hundreds of thumbs up, and hardly anybody's donating. She says, that's proof, Zach. People don't care. She said, you're just wasting your time. Those are her words. And I tried to say, well, look, baby, I am not wasting my time. I said, look at the accomplishment. I've spread all this knowledge to people. There's people who write and say they're grateful for this work. It makes them feel less lonely. I said, the radio show, we got people calling in, interested. And she said, yeah, that's all great. But look, you've lost all your money. You're not making any money. And now you ask people to help you out in a cause that's all about this work that you've been doing, and they don't really want to help you. So, I think her tone and what she's saying, it's a little bit harsh. It's not completely fair. But I recognize there is logic and rationality to it. Somebody wrote this same comment where on my blog, I have at the top of the screen right now, I have the video for the charity where they can donate. And, I get 10,000 blog views a day. So a lot of people have seen this. I mean, I've got 20,000 blog views in the time this has been up. The campaign's out there. It's up to the people if they really want to contribute. And, so far, the response is not so overwhelming. And typically when you run a campaign, people donate most at first. So as more time goes on, things can pick up. But at the same time, according to what survey says, it's not a good sign that it's off to such a slow start. And my girlfriend, she's just convinced that this is proof positive that I need to move on. I need to do something else with my life. She says, write the book and get that out. But she says, just quit with the YouTube and the blog. These people aren't going to help you out. These are people who want something for free. They want to be entertained. These are her words last night. She said, the majority of the people who follow you, they must just follow you for entertainment or because they're bored, but not because they really want to change the world. She said, if they really wanted to change the world, they would have already donated $5. And I agree. Because most people have at least $5 to their name. And what I think is sad is I'm sure there's many people who've probably watched the video and haven't donated. And they've probably gone out and spent $5 at Starbucks or McDonald's, some fast food chain, some corporation, just wasting their money, giving it back to the tyrants. We have to change the world with our actions. And see what the world is. If you say you're a truth seeker and you want to make a difference, you have to start acting appropriately. And this was an action that would have been appropriate. And it still can be. But I got to tell you, truth seeker, I don't want to have strife with my girlfriend. We live together. There's been some strife, but it's been minimal. It's been manageable. I can tell last night what she said, like she's reaching the breaking point. So I'll find out, are there people out there that want to really change this world? Again, what am I trying to do with this movement? I'm saying I'm going to go to Washington, D.C. I'm going to protest on the street every day up until the election, possibly all the way up until inauguration, maybe even longer than that if I have to. I'm hoping people are going to come there and get behind me and start doing this in their cities, and we start doing this all over the nation. And the people who gather there, I'm hoping we can form essentially a truth seeker dream team and build the things that need to be built to facilitate this movement. Let's get a very functional, very clean website and a nice application so that we can network as a truth-seeking community by city, by state, by region. The hardest part about being a truth seeker is being isolated, because the people who deny truth, who hate the truth, who ridicule the truth, who ridicule us for being what we are, it hurts. and feeling so alone and having so many people demonize us for doing what is truly right, you know, it's provoking, it's aggravating. It's the worst part about this. If we organize, if we become a community, if we feel not alone, if we work together and feel empowered, it's going to make a huge difference. Again, this is about building a critical mass of truth seekers who are organized, who can inspire and motivate others to wake up. All of you who've come to my channel and said that you've woken up just from my work, you know, you can teach this work and do the same thing for somebody else. If all 30,000 of my subscribers woke up one more person each, we would have doubled our numbers. And then we just keep doubling our numbers. You know? Take 30,000, double it, double the next number, see how huge that number gets really quick. We live in the age of the internet, the smartphones, connected, you know, instantaneously at a button push. We need to use this technology in our favor, and we can. Right now, the problem with the truth seekers is we're mostly just online. We need to make our presence known offline, in the streets. You know, Washington, D.C., I think it's the place to go because it's the nation's capital. Most of these agendas that are, you know, to our detriment, they're run by our federal government. And the people that are supposedly our representatives there, they need to know that people on the street are privy to what's going on, and they're not going to have it anymore. And our numbers are growing. So anyway, Truth Seeker, I'm not giving up. You know, for my girlfriends in our relationship, I might have to, you know, shut it down for a while, just focus on the book, because that's pretty much the only work that I'm doing right now that she seems to respect. She wants me to make some money. I'm not putting out a book to make money, but maybe enough money, like $30,000 enough money. Because I'm someone, again, I said it last night on my radio show. I try to live on as little as I can. You know, I don't want money. Money's part of this system that needs to be broken. There was a time when people didn't work for money. They worked for honor. They worked because they had a skill to exchange with somebody else that had a skill. Here in the United States of America, they build a nation of skillless believers that have just enough intelligence to get behind a cash register and sell somebody something. It's pretty much what most people's job is, or to fill out some paperwork that doesn't even need to exist. You know, this whole money-based economy is how we're controlled. So I'm not trying to be a part of it, but at the same time, I'm trying to use a little bit of money to, you know, make a movement happen. In this money-based world, you know, you need money for some things. So anyway, Truth Seeker, I think you get my point. If you have $5 to donate, if you have $1 to donate, please do. Please do. I'm going to link this in the description. When I started this, I didn't realize that the minimum donation was $5. I thought you could do a $1 increment. I chose this one because they don't take any percentage out of what's raised. A lot of these other ones like GoFundMe take a percentage. This one doesn't take any percentage, but it doesn't accept $1 denominations. So if you want to donate just $1, and if everybody who subscribed donated $1, we'd be at the goal. I mean, if you don't have $1 to make the change happen in the world that needs to happen, I don't know why you're wasting your own time with truth seeking. But anyway, if you want to donate $1, down in the description, I have my email for my PayPal. Every dollar donated to that, I will put towards this account. So far, $100 have been donated to that. And it looks like another donation just came through. The numbers just went up by 15. It was 1,074 a second ago, wasn't it? But anyway, so thank you for that. But if you want to donate just $1, all that money I'll put into this account. So far, $100 have come through the PayPal for people who did it that way. So I guess we're really at $1,189. But you know, Truth Seeker, it would really help, you know, me show my girlfriend something if people heard the call and donated. If not, you know, I have to manage my life too. When you live with your girlfriend and you've been together as long as we have, you don't want to create the life crisis of, you know what I'm saying. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time.